And first tonight, California's governor is facing another recall campaign. This one launched today by the very same people who unsuccessfully tried to recall Gavin Newsom back in 2021, if you remember. Becca Habegger got reaction and insight from a variety of voices, including the leader of this recall campaign and those who say the effort doesn't stand a chance.
Republicans, independents, and Democrats alike will tell you California has its problems right now.
Currently, there's a lot of dissatisfaction with the direction of the state. The last polls show that Newsom is underwater and his unfavorability rating is higher than his favorability.
That's Democratic strategist Steve Maviglio and Republican Ann Hyde Dunsmore.
Being one of the worst states on education and the highest homeless rate.
Where they disagree is whether Newsom should lose his seat as governor over these problems, including a looming budget deficit of an estimated $73 billion.
I think some of his enemies think this is a time to pounce. But recalling somebody and being dissatisfied with somebody are two completely different things.
Hyde Dunsmore with Rescue California is leading the latest effort to recall Gavin Newsom, announced Monday morning.
He isn't going to be governor of California one way or the other after 3 years. We want to shorten that timeline up because I don't think we can afford to have him do what he's doing now. And that is a devastating impact on the budget as we see it today.
But this recall is getting mixed reactions from her own party.
I don't see where this goes where we'll have victory in the end, to be honest.
Republican strategist Tamika Hamilton says she sees the recall effort as a commitment of time and money that could be better spent.
I think that we need to be focused on the races that can help bring more balance to California and, putting resources into that.
The recall campaign comes as Newsom is making national appearances. Here he is Sunday on NBC's Meet the Press campaigning for President Biden's re-election. Hyde Dunsmore says at the very least, she hopes the recall efforts force Newsom to focus more on California.
Recalls serve a lot of purposes. Where Gavin Newsom is concerned, I think it makes him a better governor. We do want him out of the job, or we want him to do his job.
In a post on X Monday morning, Governor Newsom said Trump Republicans are launching another wasteful recall campaign to distract us from the existential fight for democracy and reproductive freedom. We will defeat them.
If this is an effort to boot Governor Newsom out of office, it is a real long shot.
Political analyst Steve Swat says the recall campaign can still hurt the governor even if he keeps his job.
The motivation behind this, I think, is to distract Governor Newsom, perhaps to embarrass him with the fact that, yes, there's another recall, to keep him close to home so that he's not helping out the Biden campaign as much as he would like. And I think those factors, together with the fact that it would cost, the governor would have to shell out tens of millions of dollars in any recall campaign. I think those are probably the real motivations here.
All right, and Becca Habegger with us now. Clearly, a lot of voices, a lot of sides to this, but I do want to be clear. This campaign is far from a statewide ballot, correct?
That's right. It was just announced today. If you remember from the 2021 recall, organizers have to gather hundreds of thousands of valid signatures, and they're not even at the point right now where they've filed the petition to start that process. The whole thing will require a lot of time, effort, and money, plus a replacement candidate, a candidate or candidates willing to step forward and sell themselves to voters as a viable alternative to Newsom. And Alex, all that would happen before, all that would have to happen, that is, before it could be placed on the statewide ballot in November.
So long story short, this is still very much just the beginning, and we will continue to follow all of this for you. Becca, thank you so much.